You're going to live in a tank and be tied into this virtual world. You'll be able to wire your head in and just get unlimited pleasure. It'll feel like 10 times the best orgasm for 3 days if you want straight. They're taking the DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. There's the owners of True Frequency Radio. They believe they're communicating with entities they call them clockwork elves. I'm not going to get into what they're interfacing with. They believe they're in contact with off-world groups. Chris Gio, True Frequency Radio, he takes it. You see the elves, little green hats. We're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We're in trouble. The clockwork elves, all of it, I shouldn't even get into it. There's a reason they're all whacked out of their minds. They're taking DMT. And the point is that their whole science is way ahead. We don't even know what they've got. They're in power because they're taking the DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. Chris Gio took the DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. Chris Gio took the DMT. You think they're all a bunch of old men? They're in power because they were into this stuff 70 years ago. The DMT. They were jacking DMT 70 years ago. They were injecting it. They're taking the DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. Chris Gio took the DMT. Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. True Frequency Radio took the DMT. I shouldn't even get into it.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ben and Billy.
Going live.
Fattin Around live. Yes. We are here.
It's good to be fat. Thank you.
Yeah. You're just like an honorary fat.
Yeah, and all lowercase. I'm not going to complain about this. But, seems kind of like an afterthought.
I mean, it's just because you're not. I'm skinny fat.
Mm-hmm. And Billy's, what would you call that?
Morbidly obese.
Morbidly
Are
obese.
Are you on the other side of the line yet?
Nope, still morbidly obese.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, obese is 80 pounds overweight, I think.
Is that it?
Once you're over 80 pounds overweight, you're morbidly obese.
Well, then I'm probably on the edge of obese then. Yeah, probably on the edge of it.
Huh.
I don't know. There's
The
actually a
BMI is
scale.
messed up in some ways, but a lot of it has to do with muscle mass, which I don't have a lot of.
You have a good amount.
Not like a bodybuilder would be considered morbidly obese just by the BMI alone, without taking into context that it's mostly muscle at their weight.
Morbid obesity is diagnosed by determining body mass index. An individual is considered morbidly obese if he or she is 100 pounds over his or her ideal body weight, has a BMI of 40 or more, or 35 or more, and experiencing obesity-related health conditions.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, it is going to be a great night. We are doing our Patreon private show tonight. For anyone who's a patron or a subscribe star, $5 or above, there's a link down in the description. You can pull it up right now.
Looking cute today, Joe.
Oh man, PT Ham's loving that ass.
So sweet.
But seriously though, what you just said shows how the BMI is flawed though, because someone could have 100 pounds of muscle, you know, not 100 pounds of fat, and they're not obese, obviously.
Right.
I mean, it's not obvious.
You couldn't look at someone and tell if they had 100 pounds of extra muscle that wasn't fat.
I just don't think it's fair to judge someone like me because I don't have muscle as being obese, where
You
you,
probably-
would judge someone with muscle.
Just by your size alone, you probably have decent muscle mass.
Yeah, I used to.
You'd think that.
Not anymore. Ever since I stopped eating, my natural muscle
Really?
mass just depleted.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell by his shoulders.
Yeah.
Billy has his shoulders go on a slope straight down.
Yeah, I look like
there's nothing there. In fact, actually, his hands, my hand and his hand are the same exact
My
size.
hands are as big as his hands.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
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 You figure he used to be 600 pounds, even when he was 600 pounds. Nothing.
I have abnormally large hands.
Really?
And I have really, really, really crazy long thumbs too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got my finger cut off when I was a little kid, so one's shorter than the other.
Yes.
So I'm probably smaller than all of you because of that.
That might be it.
Because
And
of
you're
my finger getting cut off.
and you've never done manual labor.
Well, who needs that?
I have.
I'm actually
You have.
very strong.
I'd say you're the only one who hasn't really earned his place here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't work for it.
Yeah.
I just roll out of bed like this. Somebody in chat asked, does Billy have a small peen? No.
In fact, it's been growing over the last 2 years.
Very girthy.
It's like a fruit by the foot.
For years he didn't know that until I told him. 'Cause-
Yeah, I said, Joe, could you go down there and take a look at my wonker? I want to know what I'm working with, brother.
Yep.
And he got down there with a speculum.
A speculum.
Yeah, speculum. He spread out my fat rolls. He found where my penis was hibernating.
I created a monster.
He
cock.
blew on it. He blew on it. He went,
Yeah.
and the little fuck. It looked like something out of a Beetlejuice movie.
He put the breath of life into it. You know, that's what God did to Adam in the when he created him.
Yeah.
He put the breath of life
Yeah. As
into Adam.
pictured
Gave him a
in
BJ?
Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I've actually been there twice.
Oh,
in
yeah?
fact. Yeah, it's so hilarious that they try to make everyone in there be quiet because, you know, it's like a sacred landmark in the Catholic Church. But there's so many different people there speaking so many different languages at once. They can't possibly expect everyone there to be quiet. And no one ever is. It's like a constant back and forth of shushing, like all the people they're watching. They all get shushed. Everyone gets quiet for probably like 30 seconds, and then it slowly comes back to like a dull roar of like, you know, hundreds of people.
That's a thankless job to be the shusher in there.
The shusher.
Yeah.
Do you think the Pope assigns a shusher? Like, you are the official shushers.
Yeah. He's a deacon.
Deacon shusher.
Shush, shush,
Shush. Billy, why are you doing that?
What?
That
The leg rock thing?
He does that shit
I do it all the time.
It's making me nervous.
I'm
What's going on?
sorry.
Are you all right?
Want to fight?
Is it getting hot in here already?
I'm
Yeah.
comfortable. I'm comfortable.
I'm probably going to open the window in a minute here.
All
I
right.
shake my legs when I sit. It's
Yeah,
perpetual
he does that a
motion.
lot.
It's how I
Do you know
burn
why you
off
do
my
that?
extra calories.
Yeah, your body's craving motion, and you don't give it to it
Yeah, I know.
in any part of the day. So
That's
it
not
comes
true.
out in very bizarre
I do
ways.
a lot of backpedaling.
With your mouth.
Oh.
Backpedaling, fence sitting.
So, Joe, your boogie video is a big hit. Your segment, your boogie segment.
How about that? I didn't know I had one.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I remember talking about it.
It was clipped into a video all on its own, and
That's-
it got tens of views.
Tens. I made it.
It went
Tens of
viral.
views.
The kids are calling that viral these days.
Really, it's
Yes.
weird because the punchline is it's not boogie at all that I hate. It comes full circle at the end. You realize that I hate Billy, and it's only out of jealousy. There was a moral there, and I realized that everything I said about Boogie was a lie.
A lie.
Turns out he's not emotionally manipulative or obese at all. I am.
You still play the bingo game, though, right?
Yeah, I still play Boogie Bingo. You know, I got to win
Yeah.
at something.
So we have a few segments lined up. One of them is we haven't done in a while. I saved it for Joe because I know Joe's very interested in this too. So this
Individual
we're gonna do this
situation.
tonight.
Check out the beautiful asshole.
For National Coming Out Day, I want to congratulate everybody who's who's coming out for the first time as being a gay today. I myself am not, no matter how much I try, gay.
Okay, cool.
I would like to say, I have tried a lot.
Yes, you have.
Thanks for making it about you again
lot.
when we're trying to promote the Patreon special, Billy.
Well, yeah, no, everybody give me some money to the Patreon. Especially if you're coming out today, send us some rainbow dollars. It'd be sweet of you.
Why is everything a national something day now? It's lost
Hallmark.
its fucking meaning at this point, right?
Yeah.
It's Hallmark.
You know, in Ohio, we basically had 2 Valentine's Days. We had the regular Valentine's Day, and we had something called Sweetest Day.
Sweetest for the sweetest boys?
There's Sweetheart Day.
Well, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It was a promotional gimmick started by a department store in Detroit, and it exists in the Great Lakes area. And it's called Sweetest Day. It's the same shit. You buy a card and flowers and candy for your sweetheart. That's what it is. It's on the opposite side of the calendar as Valentine's Day.
That's how most holidays start, though, right?
Yeah.
Department stores.
That's why I celebrate half Christmas.
We've got Columbus Day / Canadian Thanksgiving coming up. Same day. I'm just gonna celebrate 2 Thanksgivings.
Isn't Columbus Day like
Columbus
Monday?
Day is the same day as the Canadian Thanksgiving every year. Yes, Monday. Yeah, this Monday.
Canadian Thanksgiving's on a Monday?
Canadian Thanksgiving is the same day as Columbus Day every year.
It's a wonder that Columbus still has a holiday.
It's because of fucking Italians that wanted their American folk hero to have his own national holiday, even though he never even actually came to the continental United States.
Yeah.
I mean, Plymouth Rock didn't land on Columbus. Columbus landed on Plymouth
No, he
Rock.
didn't. No, Columbus did not land on Plymouth fucking Rock.
What do you mean?
There's
That's a quote.
There's nothing. Everything you've heard about Columbus originally in the original story is wrong.
Well,
That's-
no, the original story was
Yeah.
Plymouth Rock was the Pilgrims. That wasn't Columbus.
Yeah.
That's not the same fucking thing.
Oh.
Well, they left Plymouth and they landed on Plymouth, which was lucky.
Which isn't the same as Columbus.
No,
The
he's talking
Pilgrims
about the
happened
Pilgrims.
a while after Columbus.
About 100 years after, right?
Yeah.
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 And the Pilgrims weren't sailing for Spain. You know, it wasn't like a royal voyage to explore for the Spanish royalty like
They
Columbus
should
was.
change it to Vito Corleone Day or something if they just want to tell you.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
as much truth to that
How
story.
about Sinatra Day?
Yeah, Sinatra Day. Yeah.
Or
I'd go for
Tony
that.
Spaghettini Day.
How about National Malaria Blankets Day?
Hey,
We all
that's a great idea.
Sponsored by Snuggie.
Snuggie Malaria Edition.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of which, isn't that a Snuggie that you're wearing?
It should be.
Size of one.
When I got this hoodie, it was tight on me. And now it's not. Because I am less of a man than I was before.
Yeah.
You're half the man you used to be.
Half the man I used to be.
John Bobbitt wrote that.
Pimp
song.
Monks in chat says Billy the Fridge Day, God damn it. Not as good as a Jeff holiday. as
Billy
we
the
said
Fridge
earlier.
Day is his birthday. Unless he wants more days.
I want more
August
days.
13th. Did you go to that website where they show like celebrity birthdays? Have you been on that?
Yes.
Billy's on there. Like he's like in the top 3
I'm
for his birthday.
There's
For the day I
one that
was
says
born.
he's worth like $1.5 million or something.
Yeah, I know. There's so many.
No,
lies.
it's 70 million.
the only thing
Is it
true
70
anymore.
million?
That's what they say, yeah.
That's
why
ridiculous.
That's why I brought you some underground weed, because I'm so rich.
If you were rich, it wouldn't have to be underground.
I brought Ben some underground marijuana today, because
The
I'm
only-
so rich.
The only thing true about you online anymore is your height, 5'4",
Bullshit. It's all a lie.
and your transgenderism.
I wish.
I wish.
Billy subscribes to trans-Stalinism.
I don't even know what that is.
Proof positive.
I tried to watch The Death of Stalin with Joe the other night. in my bed.
I ended up watching Rounders.
Yeah, he chose Rounders instead.
1998.
And
with
we were
Matt
sitting
Damon.
in bed, and I fell asleep.
No.
Yeah,
Juice with
Goose
the 15
Juice.
Patreon.
So I will make sure if you get in your $15 pledge, I will get you guys in the credits before the next episode tomorrow.
Goose Juice.
So I'm going to update that. So $15 patrons, you get the ending credits. $50 patrons, you get the beginning credits. And then there's our associate producer for multiple months, PT Ham. That's always in the... Yeah.
PT Ham.
PTM.
But one thing that happened, this is true too. I was watching Rounders, this movie, kind of a throwaway movie from 1998. I remember liking it.
It's Matt Damon.
Isn't it a poker game?
It's a poker movie, yeah, really Hollywood poker movie. And Billy's sitting next to me, and the bed is kind of shaking. We're on Billy's bed, and he's got his hand in his pants, and he's doing the thing under the blanket. I go,
You doing a DSP?
I go, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? He's like, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is not all right.
Alfredo Jones. Oh, and by the way, I also want to point out, I'm sorry for interrupting your story.
That's all right.
If you become a patron, $5 or more, not only are you going to get tonight's private show, but you're going to get the one in 2 weeks, and we're going to have Sofane and Fat Pat on that one, and possibly Jeff Holiday as well.
Nice.
Working that out.
Jeff's great.
Yes. I'm going to put this up while you tell this story about Billy.
Anyway, so he was doing that, and then 3 minutes later, he's asleep. So I don't know if he finished or what. We didn't talk about it.
He didn't clean up?
I don't know. Like, it was
Have
his
you
bed.
ever not cleaned up until you woke up the next morning?
course.
I knew it.
What?
Did you finish, too? Were you doing what I think you were doing?
No, I wasn't.
You were doing that.
I was readjusting my package.
For 5 minutes?
I mean, it was a lot to work with. I had a lot on the table.
Nearly ruined the movie for me.
Almost. Kept staring at it, you sicko.
You were shaking the whole bed. Where was I going to look?
I don't know, the movie in front of you. I don't know why you had to
It
watch
was like-
movies
it
in
tur-
my bed.
It turned into a vibrating bed because you had the Stars package, the free
Showtime
trial for
package,
the Stars.
yeah.
Or the Showtime package.
Gotta get. I got Showtime free trial, and
I can never, I remember when I was younger and those were the only ways to get movies were to have like a subscription to a movie channel and you just had to watch whatever the fuck they decided to play.
Yeah.
That's so antiquated now, isn't it? Thank you, Goose Juice.
yeah, he says, "Go Joe."
Thank you, Goose Juice.
for that love.
I will go.
I will go. But there was a couch. There was a couch, Spirit. Joe
Hi,
chose
Teddy.
the bed.
Yeah, well, no, the couch, is broken.
It's not broken.
It's basically broken.
It's just not as comfortable as the bed by design. I don't want girls coming over and sitting on the couch all day.
Did you tell Ben about your catfish?
No.
Should I?
No.
All right. All right.
Dude,
All right. Okay. I won't talk about it.
I'm not surprised.
I saw
though.
the look on his face. Did you see the look?
Yeah,
That's for real.
I'm
though.
not surprised though.
That's for real. I won't talk
There
about
might be some dick pics out there on the internet.
Oh
it.
no!
Yeah, it's bad.
I got
Dude,
catfish.
It's really bad.
Dude.
I should have known I
You-
wasn't talking to the real Trish Paytas.
I would say odds, just by the odds that was bound to happen because I just see when I happen to walk by Bill and he's doing shit on his phone.
Yeah.
He's just like scrolling through Instagram and
Yeah.
liking pictures of girls.
Right.
So
They're my friends.
odds are I'd be willing to bet,
Yeah.
like throwing darts at a dartboard. Eventually, you're gonna get a bullseye.
Exactly.
I'm being supportive of my friends.
Yeah.
Most of my friends are hot girls that have terrible trust issues
That's true.
and daddy issues
But that's
and
not
other
like
issues.
that just happened by chance.
But this old man that you were talking to, because we know it was an old
yeah,
man.
his name was Bertram.
It went on for
No.
months. And he
Yeah.
was saying the most incomprehensible things. Billy kept talking to him like every
Yeah.
day. Like I was like, this is a catfish, Billy. He's like, yeah, I know.
I was like, yeah, but he tells me he likes my music.
It
It means a lot to me.
It's really bizarre.
yeah,
so
I've been,
all they have to do is feed your ego and
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
It
I've
was
been
weird.
lonely.
He knew that it was a catfish.
I've
and
been
he still
terribly lonely.
Kept
Yeah.
sending dick pics.
Yeah.
Kept talking about it. It was like a relationship. I never
Yeah.
figured it out.
yeah,
Willingly going into a relationship with a catfish is amazing.
yeah.
Knowing it's a catfish.
Wow.
But I won't go into detail because you saw that look, Ben.
Yeah.
You saw it.
I just-
He's uncomfortable. We're not
I
going to
don't
talk
want
about
I don't want anybody to know about it.
it. Can I tell him that one thing with the
No.
real one? Like
No.
The real one.
I don't want. No.
The real one. You know, the thing, you know, the bullshit we were just talking about? Let's talk about the real one.
No, like the real, like, he knows what I'm talking about when I say the real one. Like, when it all came crashing down, like when it became clear. Because there is definitely a website right now that has so many pictures of you.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
No.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you here what you have to type in to find it. But maybe I will somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Awkward silence.
Awkward science. Again,
Awkward
It's
science.
definitely awkward science when you're watching that guy jack up.
Yeah. I busted my head open on a live stream the other night.
Why?
Because I was headbutting a gentleman with a watermelon on my head, and I cracked my head open on the headbutt.
Where was this?
Linwood, Edmonds. There was a guy. He's like one of the streamers down in L.A. He was in town. He's like a smaller streamer, but he hangs out with all those other CX network fucking people, you know.
Yeah.
And he was in town, and I went and I drove to where he was at and stream sniped him, and then we got a bunch of fruit. And we were doing fruit stuff, like we were taking bananas and shoving them down our throat, and I headbutted him with a watermelon. I cracked my head open.
You're weird, man.
I feel really dumb.
You did that for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I just try and bring the content. That's what they call it now.
You try harder when you're not getting paid for some reason.
Isn't it
Is it
weird?
true?
He's always been like that.
Is it true?
When he has something to prove.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always have something to prove.
Yep.
To nobody but myself.
Oh. That's precious, but not true at all.
Throat or ass? I put the banana in my throat. We did a banana eating contest, and I won.
We'll do.
It's not keto.
So one segment I have planned for tonight. I'll give everyone a freebie on this one. I'll play the first one. Here it is. So we're gonna do the drunken stupor, watching drunk people fall down. Here's a freebie right here.
Turn around. I'm waiting on you. Oh fuck!
That one wasn't too big of a fail, though. I'm gonna do this one. Hold on, we'll do this one. You know this isn't gonna turn out well.
He's going ass backwards.
Yeah, this is the wrong way.
Oh my god! Get a gun to me!
Oh, that's better. That could have been really bad. I'm glad he stuck to landing.
I like how he landed with one foot in the door.
So,
Yeah.
someone in the chat, in the pleb chat right now said, yay, we skipped Brett. I wasn't going to do Brett. I'm doing him on the private show. And honestly, it's a very interesting video because he's crying about YouTube giving him a strike. But what happened was he's been flagging all these other channels and trying to get them taken down. So they all got together and decided to flag him and got him a strike. So,
Yeah.
and he complains about it. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. He says it's communist, liberal, atheists, socialist atheists.
Okay. Communists, liberals, and atheists. Got it.
Oh, and then I have another one where he talks about how much bullshit global warming / climate change is. So those are the videos.
Okay.
Those videos.
Yeah. And I also got a ton of action news. I think, I think Trump is in more trouble with the Ukraine shit. And
Really?
then that diplomat today coming out, she was fired because she knew about shit that was going on with those two Ukrainian guys. She's the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And she got fired because she knew about the business dealings, the campaign finance fraud that was going on with those guys that were associates or clients of Giuliani. And now today, Trump won't even say whether or not Giuliani's still his attorney. I knew Giuliani was next. I said this months ago. I said every person that ends up being Donald Trump's defender ends up eventually going to court and getting prosecuted like Cohen, his last lawyer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be Donald Trump's lawyer.
I would. I think I could talk him out of this.
No.
I'd be like, Your Honor, my client and president is a sweet boy. And then I'd be like, I look at all my other sweet boy friends. And I'd name off all my other friends. They'd be like, yeah, there's no way Billy could be speaking.
Shkreli.
Yeah. All
Onision.
the troubled youth.
Leafy. Well, Leafy's not
Martin
bad.
Shkreli.
Shkreli, yeah. Boogie.
All the troubled youth that the world seems to
Francis.
hate. Donald Trump should hire me as his best friend and lawyer. And I'll get him through this.
Why the best friend part? Because you want the money?
Yeah.
What if we find out that you have more money than him?
That's probably true. Dude, like the Donald Trump records have stated that he's spent $108 million on golf trips paid for by the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's always talking about how he doesn't take his presidential salary or whatever, he donates it.
Right, but he spends way more on vacations.
He spends $108 million on golfing, and some of those are his own clubs.
Right, I
where
was
his
just gonna
clubs
say
make
that.
millions of dollars.
He's paying himself to
He's
golf on
paying
his own.
himself to golf at his own clubs.
I just want to tip myself really quick.
Yeah.
Give myself a $70 million
His
tip.
$400,000 that he's donating is nothing compared to the millions that he's making off of going to his own golf clubs.
Didn't he pay
Hold on, I'm
for
having
Mike
a friend
Pence?
over for dinner. Hi, Donald.
He paid for Mike Pence to stay at a resort in Ireland while he was his own resort while he was visiting Ireland. That was pretty far away from the location. So
Yeah.
That's funny.
Sweet Boy Mafia.
Sweet boy.
this is like really get you high kind of weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
getting a
should have
contact
warned you about that. It's my dad's weed.
Your dad
Yeah,
has
well,
the
I knew
best
that.
Yeah, I was like Ben, I've been telling you about my dad's weed, but today I just
I've
brought
had
it
it
to you.
before.
Do you
I
remember
think.
when
You
your
have?
you remember when your dad showed us a picture of his dick?
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest things.
Yeah, we were watching a movie.
We were at the movies.
I think the movie we were watching was Mother,
we were watching
which is
Mother,
weird because I
Darren
got a
Aronofsky.
picture from my father.
Yeah.
And the picture might have been more disturbing than the picture
He
that we
sent
were
it to
watching
both
of
of our
Mother.
phones. And it was a picture of just the purplest belly you ever saw because it was bruised
The
because
biggest
they gave him
bruise
triple
from,
bypass.
from a bypass surgery that had to go in through his groin.
Yeah, and then he was all puffered up in the fupa area. So
Yeah.
you just saw like this little button on top of it, and it was his
Yeah.
dick on top of this huge fupa, and it was all purple. It was a little fupa, and it's my
Because of the
background.
coloration, it looked like a Pokemon.
It did look like a Pokemon.
It looked like a shiny Dig Dug or
Yeah.
whatever. A
Yeah.
Diglett, a shiny Diglett.
He said, "I thought you'd get a kick out of this." It's like, yeah, kinda. Thanks, man.
I said, "Geez, Dad, I hope you're okay."
It looks bad.
It looks terrible. Is what I said.
We need a Ben reaction video.
Yeah.
No,
You want to see my dad's?
no, I
you
do
don't want
not.
to see.
On my dad's weed.
You don't
No,
wanna
I do not consent.
Do you like my dad's weed, or is it too much?
It's pretty good.
Are you gonna have to take a nap?
No,
Because
I
Joe
don't-
smoked my dad's weed.
I'm
and had
not
to take
like
a nap.
no. I don't take naps on
Okay,
weed.
good.
Not usually. Edibles though, I will. I'll take a nap on that.
They'll knock you out.
Yeah,
I become a 5-year-old on edibles. No jokes, Billy.
like you're like retarded from them or what?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, whatever. It does fuck you up bad.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
get
different
silly.
way of ingesting it.
Yeah.
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 So we are doing the private show tonight in about a half hour from right now. There's a way to sign up below. You can click on it. It's patreon.com/DP or subscribestar.com/drunken peasants. You can go to either one, sign up, $5 or more. It gets you a link to the show. I have a bunch of video content lined up.
Cool.
And let's see here. Just looking at where we are on Patreon right now.
Boom boom. Joe is related to Robert Burns. Who's
Who's
Robert
that?
Burns?
I'll look
We
him
don't
up.
know.
I'll look him up.
Richard Burns.
Robert Burns, he said.
So we're at 498 patrons, $3,961.
The Bard?
If anyone can help us, if by chance we did happen to get up to 4,500, the show will be longer than usual, but tonight it's going to be at least 3 hours long.
Nice.
So do that. Just like do something. Help us get to 4,000 at least. Help us get to 4,000. You can do it.
Be a winner. Win big.
You're going to get another private show too. Sophane, Fat Pat, Young Bill Fridge.
Whoop, whoop.
Sweet Boy Mafia.
Sweet Boy Mafia.
Yeah. Joe is the third peasant.
Talk about calling your shot. What is the first words I ever said
on Drunken Peasants?
On Drunken Peasants. Peasant number 3. Get over it, faggots. That's the first word.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've been setting up a partnership with this website that does live quizzes, where like you host your own quiz, and the winner wins real money from it, and everyone that like gets into it. It helps us too, but like the winner wins money, and you can set up your own quiz and your own questions. And I thought, I think my first quiz that I'll do on there will be DP history, where I'll just do questions about like random DP history and see how well people know that shit.
Spec's gonna win a lot of money.
He's rich.
Without further ado, let's get into it.
Is there more drunken stupor stuff, or was that?
I do, but I'm kind of.
Oh, that was the freebie.
That was the taste. Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, I have a lot of that stuff.
I forgot.
We can talk about the ambassador thing. We can do that.
He called me sir and got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating.
Rhyme something with drain the buttermilk from my dicky do.
Something about sticky goo.
Well, now I can't use sticky goo.
Damn it! What?
And you better well learn to love it.
Sticky goo.
Drain the buttermilk from my dicky do in a plane with mother's kilt in a prickly poop. Sick. I just made that. It's fucking tight. It's
shit.
tight. It's tight. Because mother took a poop out of her kilt, right? That's what she did. She dumped it out of right? It makes
Ukraine
sense.
ambassador fired by Trump testifies in impeachment probe.
For more on all this, let's bring in Fox News Sunday anchor Chris Wallace. Chris, good morning.
Morning to you.
All right, so Marie Yovanovitch has arrived on Capitol Hill. She is behind closed doors with lawmakers. What do we know about her, and what do we expect will come of this today?
Yes, Austin.
Well, we know that she was a highly respected member of the Foreign Service and had been named as the ambassador to Ukraine, and then ran across or against Rudy Giuliani and some of his people, including the 2 folks that were arrested yesterday out of Dulles Airport with one-way tickets out of the country.
They had one-way tickets out of the country. They were at the airport getting ready to leave, and they got arrested.
And were charged with campaign violations. But in addition, there was also, as Catherine mentioned, some people in the administration or in Congress, Republicans, who said that she was disparaging President Trump. But one of the issues is apparently she was not happy with the effort of Rudy Giuliani and people around him, including those 2 associates who were jailed, to push a story which really is very controversial and not at all substantiated, that somehow that the DNC servers were never hacked, where computers were never hacked by the Russians, in fact were hacked by the Ukrainians, and in fact that the servers somehow were spirited out of the...
Yeah, what?
Guys, turns out Trump wasn't in collusion with Russia. They're just code word for Ukraine was Russia.
It was
because
spirited.
Trump thought Ukraine was Russia.
Ukrussia.
As far as Democrats and their push for impeachment and what we've seen this week, Newt Gingrich joined us earlier. The former Speaker of the House seemed to suggest, Chris, that this whole thing is going to backfire on Democrats. Here's the former Speaker.
Nancy Pelosi
it might.
She's simply carrying out what
But
is
I don't think
an
so.
unconstitutional coup d'etat, an effort to use the power of the Congress to change the outcome for the American people.
To me, it seems like Trump wanted to dig up dirt on Biden. That's what it seems like to me. And he wanted him investigated by the Ukrainian government.
Funny anecdote about Newt Gingrich. He was giving an interview, I think it was with Barbara Walters, and he said, just recently I read a book called Men Who Hate Women and the Women Who Love Them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of myself in that book. It's pretty amazing. It was in the 90s when he was still the speaker, I think.
Yeah, he's terrible. He tried to run for president. He couldn't cut it.
Yeah.
He sucks ass.
Did he ever kill somebody in a car, or was that just Teddy Kennedy and Laura Bush?
That was I know it was Teddy Kennedy and Laura Bush, but I don't think Newt Gingrich. No,
I don't know if he's ever been.
And it's a direct assault on the whole idea of representing the American people and instead imposing Democratic members of Congress as the ultimate electoral college. And I think it'll backfire very badly.
Matthew Mazzarella.
Mazzarella.
A year out from the next
Mozzarella.
election, will this whole thing backfire on Democrats, Chris?
I love these questions. I like how she's interviewing someone else that works for Fox News.
Yeah.
By the way, we're looking pretty guilty right now, but will this backfire?
Billy's Catfish pledged $5.
Sweet girl. I mean, dude.
Dude.
Sweet dude.
Sweet old man.
Old-timer.
Sweet old man.
He was definitely an old timer.
Bertram, thank you for your $5.
Billy's dick pics were printed out at the old folks' home. And they're like,
He Xeroxed them.
Yeah, he's got a pile of memes. Like, you know how, I don't know if you've ever went to like a grandmama's house and then she's got memes actually printed out on the computer so she could show her friends the memes. Is that just me? It's like an old person thing.
Yeah,
They'll
it
get
is.
a meme. They'll think
Yeah.
it's funny. They'll print it out
Yeah.
and then go around and show you the printout.
Yeah.
He's got like my dick pic in a stack of memes. Simon North with the 5 is a lot.
my dick's in a stack of memes. Your dick. No, I can't think of it.
Is in my nasty dreams.
It was a good start.
I'm not good at it anyway, but I'm also high.
My dick is in a stack of memes. Your dick
is in
my
an old man's dream.
Is an old man's dream.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, we don't know. I mean, because we don't know what the results are going to be. But I'm a little surprised at Speaker Gingrich, who I greatly respect. This is the exact opposite of unconstitutional. The Constitution specifically says that impeachment is left to Congress with very little statement as to how they want to conduct it. And in fact, I think I remember that Newt Gingrich did a impeachment effort, led an impeachment effort against Bill Clinton.
He did. He did. He was the Speaker of the House, so he was like Nancy Pelosi was.
98 was that an effort?
And it was successful in getting him impeached. He didn't get removed from office, but very, very successful in some ways.
I think I might change my porn name to Nude Gay Grinch.
You're a gay Grinch?
Nude Gay Grinch.
Are you
yeah.
gonna have like a bunch of white hair but also be painted green?
Yeah.
And have a
You're
little
the
dog
mean
with a
one. Nude
antler
Gay
tied
Grinch.
on its head?
Yeah. That'd be a pretty sick porn name.
To overturn an election? No, he was investigating stuff. I mean, we may find out that there's some there's no there, but to call it unconstitutional or an effort to overturn an election, that's kind of a reach, particularly for somebody like Newt Gingrich, who was involved in the last impeachment effort.
I know you watched the rally last
When she was
night.
attempting to fly to the country, was she going to a country with no extradition treaty, or what was going on? They didn't specify.
It was two Ukrainian men that are clients of Rudy Giuliani.
Right.
They were attempting to leave the country, and then they were arrested by the FBI at the airport, for campaign finance violations, and they've investigated and determined that Rudy Giuliani and them were trying to use the Ukrainian government to dig up dirt on Joe Biden and his son and their business dealings there.
In a world where you go to Ukraine to dig up dirt on somebody, it feels like everybody's terribly guilty here. Everybody's a fucking shit man here.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't like Joe Biden either.
A lot of this will come up on your show this weekend.
This is all really dirty, nasty politics where they're all trying to take each other out behind the scenes so they don't have to go to the election.
House of Tards.
Yeah, House of Tards. Dude, we should do a parody. Dude, people would get mad.
I got a suit.
Carlos.
I can't say the turd word.
Thank you, Carlos.
Carlos Andrade.
Yeah, we can all be like, I mean, it could be very offensive and wonderful.
I don't take risks like
we'll
that.
We'll still
with my
do that
career.
southern.
What do you mean? Yes, you
drawl.
do.
I'm a sweet boy.
You faked a seizure in the middle of a Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for free.
Well, I was supposed to. I got off for $150.
Yeah.
$150.
Yeah, but he didn't pay because the ambulance didn't come. The billionaire would always add like rules to the end of something if he wasn't happy with it.
Yeah, little addendums.
He'd be like, no, the ambulance didn't come. It's not successful. You did not win. You're not good. No money for you.
Yes.
Okay, billionaire.
Your fake seizure didn't turn into a real seizure.
Yeah.
No money.
Like the time that I sat bare ass on Joe's face for almost a minute.
Yeah, 57 seconds.
Yeah, and he was
Fail.
like, nope, Joe's trying to breathe. Fail. He's like, he can't breathe. He's vapor locked in my butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Vapor locked.
He was vapor locked.
Yeah. Yep. Then he sat on my face again for no reason.
People kept sending me a Jared Genesis cringe rap too.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, so I have that lined up. For tonight's private show, you can sign up now. This is a promotional show for our Patreon. It's very, very important to the continuation of the show. If you watch this show at all and get any enjoyment out of it, helping to continue its existence is contingent upon our Patreon being successful. So if you're on the fence about it, just think about that. And if you'd like to sign up, feel free to do so.
Actually, Billy, why don't you sit on my face again for old time's sake? Not bear. We can't do that.
What? Are we going to set a Patreon goal for it?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
For old time's sake.
I've lost my edge.
You've lost weight. That's what happened. You were 600 pounds the last time you did it and nearly broke my nose.
Yeah. Now I'm
you're
not
only
fat enough.
360.
Now you'd have like a chin strap of my testicles flopping across
That'd be
your
awesome.
face.
Probably.
No, he doesn't want that. He'd be talking into my ball bag like you were banned. I was merely born in the darkness. You shot it here on my face.
Yeah, we should do it.
No.
Why not? Like, you're the one who does the sitting.
You're the one sitting on me.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I've grown, guys.
Oh, whatever.
You haven't grown.
Yeah, you shrank.
I'm a grown-ass man.
You're worse than ever.
I am. I used to be so dashing and daring, courageous and caring.
Come on. You still want to do demeaning stuff for money. Think of the Catfish.
We do it already. We do it 3 fucking days a week.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay.
I'll do it. DLL.
Okay, so what do you... Okay, the Patreon's at $3,984. What should we set it to? You name your price. I'm not getting my head sat on.
I'm not sitting on his head.
Name the price. I don't know. Like I'll do it for a joke. For a minute.
But for
it
money.
Hurts. It really does hurt.
I'm not doing it.
But I kind of need that in my life right now. And maybe I'll strap the whatchamacallit, the dog collar.
Oh my God.
On my testicles.
No.
Just to distract from the pain.
Don't do it to your testicles. That's ridiculous.
What do you think?
People who are pressuring me into doing it, or I'm not a sweet boy. This is seriously like date rape. You guys are date raping me.
It's not sexual.
I mean,
It's not sexual.
I'm gonna sit bare ass on his face.
No, he said not bare ass.
Yeah. Yeah, just
still.
wearing your fucking...
My chonies?
Your chonies.
Yeah.
Are those washed?
No.
No?
They reek.
Awesome.
Which one are they?
I don't know.
Pair of pants number 2 or 3?
7.
You have 3 pairs. That's
I'm not
number 2.
making fun of anything. I'm saying you're trying to pressure me into doing something I don't want to do. This is not appropriate.
All right, fine. Deprive everybody of seeing me.
Do it for
tortured.
us or you aren't sweet. This is seriously what
Do
you
it
say when you want to pressure a girl into doing things she doesn't want to do.
This is reverse
And I'm the
rape.
pretty girl here. I'm the pretty girl here.
I thought I knew you.
They're saying you like it, Billy. Shut up.
The Billy I know would have sat
Billy's
on my
trying to
face now.
sabotage us. What
He's
what
really
else?
trying to
What? How else can we infer this?
Do you want to sit on Joe's face, Ben?
No, that's not a
I
challenge.
barely cover his face.
Yeah, it's not even a challenge. That's something we would just do, before going to dinner.
I'm not doing it for the Patreon. If we get the actual bonus show goal up over $400, I'll sit on Joe's face.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's got to get up over $400 right this episode of the pre-show, which is only going to go for another 17 minutes maybe. I don't know. I can't count. Do it at dinner? Do it for free? You guys are sick.
Yeah.
You guys are sick. You guys are sick. Wait. Why am I Sticky's going to sit on Joe's face? Nice.
Deal. It should be a new patron perk, actually.
Yeah.
Just sit on my face for a minute.
For patrons of the $1,000 a month level, you get to come live in my closet.
We don't have $1,000 level.
You get to live in my closet for the $1,000 level, but you only get to live there for 2 months out of the month, 2 weeks out of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want 24/7 people living in my closet. Just 2 weeks of the month.
It's not a bad deal.
Sounds like a Denver rental. It's a big closet. I'm actually going to have to put the closet up on Patreon for people to come stay in for like a day for a sex dungeon. It's a sweet thing. It's a nice closet.
If the bonus gets to 400, Billy sits on Joe's face at PT Ham.
That's gross. My doctor diagnosed me with mega AIDS, and he said the only cure was Billy sitting on Joe's face. What about more cowbell? I'm going to break your nose, dude.
I know. You almost did. Well, you didn't do it when you were 600, and you remember you plopped down.
Yeah.
Hard.
How about you just lay with your head sideways?
Thank you, PT Ham.
Because the key is that I can't breathe. I can't. I shouldn't be able to breathe.
You're not going to be able to
This isn't a
breathe
pleasure cruise.
when you're vapor. This isn't a pleasure cruise, my
Yeah,
dude.
this is supposed to be really sick.
You're not going to torture me, are you?
This isn't some David Hasselhoff vehicle for the WB.
You can dig this in my perineum.
No.
The Billy I know, that I used to know, would be all about that. What's happened to you?
I'll tell you what's happened to me. I've been hurt too much.
It was the catfish?
No.
Was it me bringing up the catfish?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Everybody's
I didn't
picking
give
on
anybody
me.
the address.
Everybody's picking on me.
I'm not going to give anybody the address.
Everybody's picking on me.
No one's picking on you.
Why is everybody picking
I'm sure
on
the guy
me?
was nice. All right?
Feed him air through your anus, Billy.
Hey, no. We can't do that. Do you remember that? That was the thing when you sat back down on it?
How much for Billy never to sit on anyone's face? Good call. Good call.
We got a Billy more. Now you're just the Billy that I used to know.
The Billy that I used to know.
Musical performance by
Gotcha.
Slim Jim.
Instead of got ye.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You're slipping to a Slim Jim.
I remember the infomercials when I was a kid on Saturday mornings when the cartoons would end, the infomercials would start. And there'd always be this disclaimer like, promotional consideration by this product is paid for by the sponsor and does not necessarily reflect the views of this station.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like, yeah, they just paid us. This product is probably shit.
Yeah. Those were the best. Set it and forget it.
Kirk99 says, what about Billy sits of Joe's face with Joe massaging Billy's hairy man tits while shouting, it's true. I don't have hairy man tits. But
yeah, he's not hairy.
You won't hear me. You won't be able to hear me shouting. It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
You might hear the echo of him shouting through my anus come out of my nostrils.
Hey, that's a good one. We'll shave our pits and do a Jamie and her mom. It's true cast.
It's true.
Do I at least have hairy man nuts, Billy? No, man.
You got bald nuts?
They're not bald.
Okay.
It's the
I shaved
biggest
them.
nutsack you've ever seen, though. It's ridiculous.
It's not that big.
Well, the balls aren't.
The ball.
The sack, though.
The
It's
balls.
Like he can fucking pull it over his head.
I wear it as a helmet on my own head. You guys are gross.
You're so. What's wrong with you?
I'll tell you what's wrong.
You did not get too old for the show overnight.
I did, yeah. No, I've
haven't grown up.
I've grown.
You have not grown up.
I've grown.
You've regressed.
I'm sorry.
You're still the guy who played Pokemon the whole ride over here.
Not the whole ride.
I had to tell you when to stop and to go. We almost rear-ended 3 guys.
I told you,
Dude,
be my eyes.
He hasn't grown.
This is not true.
Listen.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not true.
Like, anybody who's been in a car around you, anybody who's seen you live stream while driving a car knows you are the worst fucking driver.
It's not true. I'm a great driver.
And you have an addiction problem.
I don't.
That little drip of dopamine that you get every time you look at your phone with
true.
the hope of seeing something worth having.
It's not
whether
true.
it be a Pokemon or a catfish disguised as a girl.
Or likes and retweets.
Bertram is my
likes
friend.
and retweets.
Likes on Instagram.
I don't care if Bertram isn't a hot woman. He's my friend.
I'm concerned about you. I think that's why you're pushing the level. Because if you remember 3 years ago, I was the one who would be laying in bed next to you jerking off for no reason.
I know.
Now it's switched.
I was itching my junk.
Yeah, Alex.
Thank you for the $5 Patreon.
I'll tell you what, on the private show, I'll just sit on Joe's head.
No.
Since we've got a fucking prudish motherfucker, Billy the Fridge, all of a sudden now
The American Nightmare
totally
said,
cool.
how old is your catfish, Billy? He's 45, but I thought she was 17.
At least we know. At least we know Ben has a clean ass.
Yeah.
You remember we did the ass test?
Yes.
That was great.
And my ass is clean as a whistle.
Jeff had the dirtiest ass.
Surprisingly enough, because Jeff was the one bragging about how much he washes his butt after pooping.
Yeah, he takes a shower after pooping.
After pooping.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I saved all the papers.
Whose butts?
You're gross. No.
Whose butts pressed against the paper at this party? It was Ben, myself, you,
Jeff, Stevie,
and your girlfriend Stevie, who had a clean butt.
She had the cleanest.
She was the only one where the paper came back.
This is too far.
The paper came back shinier than when she sat on it.
Yeah,
it was sparkling.
It was sparkling.
That motherfucker started sparkling.
The next
when she
day,
sat
I
on
ate
it.
eggs off it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is such a clean girl.
It was strange.
Cleanest asshole. Cleanest. She also gets it sugared.
Sugared?
It's the funniest thing. She lets me come watch her get sugared. This girl, woman, she's like in her 50s. She sugars her, and she makes Stevie like grab her ankles. She looks like a huge toddler, and you're watching her hoo-hoo get all peel. You know, they're like doing this thing where they do like the thing. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I have some of the shavings saved.
Shavings.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Once the
For
hair's
a
pulled
$5
off,
patron perk, I'll show you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, once the pubes are pulled off, you can take the sugaring tape and roll it up like a fruit roll up, and then save it in your pocket for when you need a snack.
It's called happy baby pose.
Yeah, happy
What she
baby
does.
pose.
Happy baby pose when you grab your ankles.
Yeah, it's happy
the
baby
cutest
pose.
thing. It's the cutest thing.
It's the cutest thing.
Sugaring really does hurt. Why am I sticky? Really does.
Everybody, please like the stream because people will see it. We're going to end it in a couple minutes here.
There's 420 people watching right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take a drag.
Joe eats the used sugar. It's edible. It is.
I sleep on it.
Yeah.
I'm not gross.
If you're not willing to lick the sugaring remains, then you shouldn't be dating the woman getting sugared.
Exactly.
That's just
You
how
have
men
no
operate.
right. You have no right.
Tell me lies, tell me lies, tell me sweet boy lies.
But I'm disappointed in you, Billy.
Why?
Just you've betrayed everything that you used to stand for.
Why?
You used to be able to do the dumbest things for no reason.
Yeah.
Now you have a good reason and you're still not doing them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I've grown, Joseph.
You have not grown.
I've grown.
Since
Seemingly overnight.
Yeah, it would be seemingly overnight.
I got a concussion from headbutting that dude.
That
so
might be it.
I think
That
it's
might
the
be
concussion.
It's your head injury.
The more the more he talks about it, the faster his knees go back and forth.
Ah, yeah! Woo! We should get a knee cam for everybody watching at home.
Yeah.
They can see my little fucking knees crack
So
back and
you
forth.
asked him why he was doing that. Does he not do that usually?
What the leg shake?
Yeah.
The leg shake. He only does it if he's nervous.
It's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
It's not true at all.
We're learning so much.
Yeah,
it's all
like
lies.
that one time you were getting that lap dance. Do you remember on your birthday? Your leg was going like this. It was ridiculous. She almost fell off. You remember that? What's wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me.
Or you remember that one time we went to Sherry's and they gave you the hush puppies, and the hush puppies were really gross. And then you had to confront the waitress about it, and you could tell you were really nervous. And your leg was shaking, like your whole lower half was shaking. And then you were like, it was before you had the bandana, so your hair was all frizzed everywhere, and you were like 600 pounds, so you looked like a fucking cartoon character.
None of this is true.
And then she came back, and then you were like, is it just me, or do those look like complete shit? But it's weird because you were like being really crude, but you could tell you were nervous at the same time. It was pretty great.
I was a nervous boy.
And you're doing it more.
We
You gotta
are. Yeah, what the fuck? We are $7 away from being at 4,000. So if a few of you want to just become $1 patrons to get in the chat, that helps. I think we'll hit it though. I think we're getting close.
If 7 of you want to become $1 patrons, or if 1 of you wants to become a $7 patron, or if 7 of you want to become $100 patrons, that'd be fine too.
Or just one $10 patron. $10 patrons get the most content.
It's true.
It's true.
And we're
Leg
gonna wrap
shakes
it.
burn calories. Thank you. That's all I'm doing over here. My blood sugar's terribly low. All I had to eat today was a power protein bar.
There is that.
I'm hungry.
We were going to stop and get some food on the way here, but we were already running late because you ran so late.
I was doing a stream with Lord Vega, Justin Wang, and Young Crip earlier, and we had terrible fucking issues, and it ended up having to get shut down halfway through anyways.
I came home early from Denny's for no reason.
I know.
I dropped the tray right where I was. Probably
I
getting
said,
another write-up.
I said, Joe, Ben needs you. Ben needs you in studio tonight.
I said, say no more.
Yeah.
I dropped the drinks right on the people.
Yeah.
And I left.
Yeah. He took off his apron.
Yep.
And he threw it at the fat girl that works the register.
Hey.
What?
She's not fat.
She's
not even kind of fat.
She's thick.
She's not. She's thick. She's not fat.
She's fat.
She's not fat.
It's just
She's
because-
like she's like egg tits.
Just because you...
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm not going to go any further.
Can I tell you about egg tits? I haven't been able to sleep since I met her.
Sorry.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
She's amazing.
Anyway, I'm sure we'll get to 4,000. I think we're going to wrap it up, and we'll start the private show in about 5 to 10 minutes here. We'll see you guys there.
Yeah.
Later.
Ryby is a smaller egg tits.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.